killed at least 17 people in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, the second mass killing in less than a week. They also set fire to buildings during the dawn raid on Kirindera in North Kivu province. On Wednesday, 45 people were killed during a raid on 2 villages by the same rebels who are said to have links to the Islamic State group. Peace talks have been tried, but the international response to the crisis in eastern DRC is to send in more soldiers. The Ugandan army has been in North Kivu to fight the ADF rebels for over a year, but without success. Last week alone, the ADF killed dozens of civilians in 3 villages. There has also been a lot of attention on the M23 rebels, who are widely reported to be backed by Rwanda. Kigali has always denied the accusations. Angola is now sending troops to North Kivu, and Kenyan and Burundian soldiers are also there. The hope is these countries are united against all rebel groups and do not turn on each other to exploit DRC's minerals, as has happened before. Still in Africa, authorities in Malawi have closed schools in 10 southern districts over safety concerns after Cyclone Freddy wreaked devastation in neighboring Mozambique. Heavy rains pounding southern Malawi have washed away roads and disrupted power generation, with more rainfall expected in the next few days. Physical classes have been suspended for today and tomorrow in all learning institutions in the district. Teachers and learners have been encouraged to use available online platforms and radio lessons, the Education Ministry said in a statement. Neighboring Mozambique has received more than a year's worth of rainfall in the past 4 weeks, as Cyclone Freddy made landfall on Sunday for the second time in a month. The death toll in Mozambique is at least 28 since the storm first made landfall. In Europe, Ukraine and Russia have reported inflicting heavy losses as the battle for Bakhmut rages on. Moscow has been trying to take the eastern Ukrainian city for months in a grinding war of attrition. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russian forces had suffered more than 1,100 deaths in the past few days, with many more seriously injured. Russia said it had more than 220 Ukrainian service members over the past 24 hours. The press is unable to verify the numbers given by either side. In the world of business, people and businesses who have money deposited with failed U.S. bank Silicon Valley Bank will be able to access all their cash from today, according to the U.S. government. A statement from the U.S. Treasury, the Federal Reserve, and Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation said depositors would be fully protected. The taxpayer will not bear any losses from the move, according to the statement. SVB was shut down by regulators who seized its assets on Friday. It was the largest failure of a U.S. bank since the financial crisis in 2008. The blaze, which swept through the world's largest refugee camp last week, was a planned and purposeful act of sabotage, according to investigators. The fire on 5th of March in Bangladesh left 15,000 Rohingya refugees homeless and gutted 2,800 shelters. Militant groups had started the fire to dominate the camps, and say the government official leading the probe verified the incident. Fires had broken out in several places at once, proving it was planned, according to Abu Sufyan. There were no casualties, but the blaze ripped through the homes and took down key infrastructure networks, schools, medical clinics, and service points in several districts in the Cox's Bazar camp. And still in our international news, a plane belonging to a private Indian airline had to make an emergency landing in Pakistan after a passenger died on board. The incident happened on board an Indigo flight from Delhi to Doha early today. The plane turned to Karachi after the pilot reported that a Nigerian passenger was not breathing and had no pulse, according to authorities at the city's airport. He was declared dead on arrival. Indigo was deeply saddened by the news. And the United States has accused Iran of making cruel false claims that a prisoner exchange had been agreed between the two countries. Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian yesterday told state media a deal had been struck which would probably be carried out soon. A White House security spokesperson denied this, saying Iranian officials did not hesitate to make things up. The latest claim would cause heartache for affected families. Mr. Abdullahian told the press that an agreement had been reached in the recent days, and if everything goes well on the U.S. side, he thinks they will witness a prisoner exchange in a very short period. Well, and on the local scene over the years, various efforts to fight ADF have been mounted, with the latest being the Operation Shuja by UPDF and Congolese army. UPDF deployed troops in the eastern Congo to fight ADF, and this was set off by the two suicide bombings that rocked Kampala. Following the recent $5 million prize for any information concerning the leader of the Allied Democratic Force by the U.S.'s intention to end tourism, the joint forces of the Uganda People's Defense Forces and the Congolese army have killed Mulalo Seguja Feza, a top Allied Democratic Force commander who was operating in the eastern DRC. We'll be bringing you details of that story later on in our local news bulletin at 6 p.m. with Erios Namugambe. Well, that brings us to the end of this afternoon's news in brief. Thank you so much for watching Channel 44. I remind you that we are still helping the people of Karamoja. Join us once again by sending your seed to the numbers that will be availed during the services, or you can bring it at the church reception. You'll be given a receipt for accountability, or you can bring it during the revival nights that are happening here at the Miracle Center Cathedral every day. There is dream interpretation and great encounters with the Holy Spirit. Join us. Your life will not remain the same again. Pastor Jessica Kayanja is up next with the lunch hour program that is aimed at building our spirits here in the body of Jesus Christ. I remain Masiga Shegu Sembacha together with Livingstone Kawesi for sign language interpretation and translation. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the viewing here on Channel 44.